What's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing something new to the table. Let's look at some Yu-Gi-Oh! Looking at this deck that I just kind of messed around with. My favorite deck, or my favorite archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the Battlin boxers, or burning knucklers in Japan, and they are very fun. They're very powerful. They're very annoying, I would say. So if you don't know how they work, I'm just gonna be running through this deck that I made. It's kind of an odd deck. It's mixing the battling boxers and two of these monsters from the Arcana Force archetype, and plus a few extra cards here and there. So let's look at Glassjaw. When this card is targeted for an attack, destroy this card, so it can't take any attacks. But look at its stats: 2,000 attack. That's not bad, especially since there's no like repercussions, nothing really stopping you from attacking with that, other than if you get attacked, you're dead. When this card is just sent to the graveyard by a card effect, which is very important in this archetype, you can target one Battlin boxer in your graveyard except for Glassjaw and add that to your hand. That is extremely helpful, especially when we get into the other cards here. Sparer here. If you control a Battlin boxer, you can special summon this from your hand, but you can't conduct your battle phase, so you can't attack after you use the special summon, but you can use the special summon as many times as you have sparers in your hand. So say you have a Glassjaw on the field, you can special summon 3 sparers if you have them in your hand, which is really important because your main monster, your YUGIOH, that's an XYZ monster, and you can just summon 2 of those if you have a Glassjaw or whatever and 3 sparers, or any combination of Battlin boxers here. Which leads me into Headgeared. When this card is normal summoned, you can send 1 Battlin boxer monster from your deck to the graveyard. Once per turn, this face-up attack monster can't be destroyed by battle. So, what can you do with this? Yeah, you can send. So say you send out Spar to just get destroyed, just to defend yourself. You set it, and it gets destroyed. Next turn you draw a Headgeared, you put it down, and then you send a Glassjaw from your deck to the graveyard, and boom, you get a Sparer. Special summon it, you get a YUGIOH, and that's very nice. It's a very efficient combo, and it's very powerful, especially when we get into YUGIOH. 2 Bailouts, or Veil, as they're known in the States. When you take battle damage, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, gain life points equal to the damage you took. Very nice. I only run 2. It's not especially helpful for beating people up, but it is very helpful. It will definitely bail you out. I'm funny, guys. But yeah, it's decent, and it's a 4-star Battlin boxer, so you can set up your YUGIOH with that, I believe. 1 blaster, because you're limited to 1. This one it's a very stacked card. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can banish a total of 2 fire and or dragon type monsters. We don't run dragons, but we do run fire, from your hand or graveyard, except this card. Special summon it. During your opponent's end phase, if this card was special summoned, return it to the hand. You can discard this card and 1 fire monster from to the graveyard, then target 1 card on the field, destroy it. If this card is banished, you can add 1 fire dragon, blah blah. That doesn't really matter, but wow, that is super useful. You will be losing cards though, just to summon it, if you choose to do that, which there's really no downside in doing that, but you do lose some cards. Yeah, you get a 2800 by 1800 monster, very nice. And it can it can basically just wipe something out just by discarding. And you can use the card effect to actually discard Glassjaw if you really need to. But I usually don't. It's usually just to blow something up, or just to summon it and go for game from there. 2 Photon Thrasher. Can't be normal summoned or set. You can only special summon while you control no monsters, and if you control another monster, this can't attack. But that's fine. 2100 attack on this though. Very, very nice. I think that's on par with Cyber Dragon. Hold on, let me check. Cyber Dragon. So yeah, 2100 by 16, but defense doesn't really matter, because you're just going to be having it in attack mode. Yeah, it's very nice, and it's a warrior. This can help me, if I can set up YUGIOH, but I do have a Thrasher and another one of my monsters out. I can summon Excalibur, which is another Exceed I run. And yeah, it's really useful. Really useful early if you can set up the Battlin Boxer chain into YUGIOH. And here are 2 other boss monsters that I run. Arcana Force EX, Light Ruler, and Dark Ruler. I just actually started experimenting with this today. So basically, you can't normal summon it. You can only special summon it by sending 3 monsters you control to the graveyard, and can't be special summoned any other way. But that's fine for me, actually, because if you have say like a headgeared or any of these and 2 spars, there you go. You get a Light Ruler if you have it, which is definitely lucky. The deck is kind of consistent. I haven't actually tried it online, but I've done some AI dueling against it, or I've played against the AI with this deck, and it's done pretty well. I'll go over what kind of counter it has at the end, but you just know that you can absolutely summon these 4K by 4K monsters. It is absolutely nuts. But yeah, that's all the standard monsters we have. Moving on to spells, we have 2 Battlin Boxing Spirits. Just another way to get boxers onto the field and able to be tributed for these. Pretty interesting, and also if you just need something to shield yourself and you have a Battlin Boxer in the graveyard, very nice. Warrior Returning Alive. Target 1 graveyard or warrior type monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, very nice. You can take back a spar or any of these, except Blaster of course, and Archon Force monsters. 2 Reinforcement of the Army. It just recently, well, relatively recently got back to 2. So it's very nice. You can add 1 level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your deck to your hand. Of course, these are all level 4 warriors, including Photon Thrasher if you really need it. And 3 Dark World Shackles. The spell, this equip spell is godlike, man. Oh my lord. The equipped monster cannot attack, and its attack and defense become 100. During each of your standby phases, inflict 500 damage to the controller of the equipped monster. You can put these on enemy monsters. It's so annoying, and it's so good, but no one uses it. I don't know why. Probably because it takes up one of your field, or one of your back rows. You only have 5 slots, so it does take up one, but it's so useful. It can cripple big boss monsters. I've done it to people in real life. It's amazing. If you want to be a dick, totally run 3 of these. It's amazing. Anyway, Molten Destruction, your field spell, I just kind of run it for extra power. 500 attack and losing 400 defense, but again, defense doesn't really matter to this deck. So yeah, nice damage. Glassjaw becomes 25, Spar becomes 17, etc, etc, etc. Trap spell, or trap cards. 2 Call of the Haunted, more graveyard power. Just get them out of the graveyard. onto the field, able to be attributed for the light and dark rulers. Very cool. Mirror Force, you know, 2 of them just keeps safe. 1 torrential just to blow up everything. 3 copy knights. This is kind of a gamble. When a level 4 or lower monster is normal summoned to the field, special summon this as a normal monster with the same level and name as the monster, and it also takes up one of your back rows, but it's pretty useful. So if I just normal summon a headgeared and I have Copy Knight already set, I can pop that and make essentially 2 headgeareds, and if I have a spar in my hand, I can make 3 and then get the rulers. You see where this is going? It's pretty effective, I would say. Again, it's not exactly the most consistent though, but it is fun. It's definitely fun. And finally, Memory of a Rival, or Memory of an Adversary. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you take damage equal to attacking monster's attack, and if you do, banish that monster. During the end phase of your opponent's next turn, special summon that monster to your side of the field. Wow. So essentially, you're taking a big hit. Essentially, you're going to want to do this to a boss monster that doesn't rely on like banishing to set up stuff. But if you can do it, wow, it is just the most satisfying thing. You're taking probably around 3k, but assuming that you haven't taken any significant damage, you can do that pretty safely, and you have their boss monster after about a turn and a half, basically. So it's very nice, and even if you have a full field, I believe you still get a banish. You still banish that monster. It's still really nice. So that's the deck. Moving on to the extra deck, YUGIOH. This is your Battlin Boxer, boss monster, 2 level 4 Battlin Boxer monsters. If a Battlin Boxer monster you control would be destroyed by battle or by a card effect, which means it doesn't have to be this one. So if you have 2 materials on this, and you also have a Glassjaw on the field and they attack Glassjaw, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, and that gets destroyed instead of the Glassjaw or whatever else you have that is a Battlin Boxer. And whenever an XYZ material is detached from this card, it gains 800 attack. So if there's no XYZ materials on this, it is a 3800 monster, and that is scary just because of how many you can potentially set up. It's not that hard to put one out there, and oh my lord, it's scary. When you get attacked and you don't die, it's a little bit unnerving for the opponent. But anyway, I run 3 Black Ship of Corn, not bad. I don't actually really use it that much, but just to like fill up space, I guess. I don't actually use these synchros because I don't have any tuners. And also the other XYZ monster that I use is Excalibur. 2 level 4 warrior type monsters, which means I can use Thrasher for it. Once per turn you can detach the 2 XYZ materials from this card, and its attack becomes double. So you have a 4000 monster until your opponent's next end phase. That's really useful. It's definitely very useful if you don't have a 3800 YUGIOH yet. You can just pop Excalibur, use the effect, and get that shit out of there. You feel me? You feel me, dog? But yeah, very interesting. Very interesting deck that I made here. And let's run through an AI battle. This is YUGIOH Pro, the program that I'm using. I'm going against the pre-made Lightsworn deck, just because one of my friends actually uses a Lightsworn in real life. and why not get some practice? So right here, I have actually decent hand here. I have the headgeared, I have a spar, I have Copy Knight, but unfortunately I still have to set Copy Knight, so that sucks. But I do have a Dark World Shackle and I have Call of the Haunted, so I'm gonna set that. Use headgeared's effect. I'm gonna put a spar in the graveyard. Set up my Molten Destruction. I'm at 15. I could special summon the spar right now. Actually, yeah. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, I can just set up a lead yoke right now, and you can see just how fast you can set up a lead yoke. And now I have a 2700 monster with 2 failsafes basically, and I have all these backup. And I can't attack because I did special summon the spar, but I have that 2700 monster right now. And there goes Raikou. It's gonna blow up my Call of the Haunted either way. Even if I do bring back spar, it's not gonna do anything. So, wait, I don't even know what that did. Actually, I'm not too familiar with it. I may as well, cause I thought Raikou blew that up. Oh no, that's Lila that blows it up, isn't it? There's Judgment Dragon. But I can use the effect of Lead Yoke to save the spar. Except I don't. I don't know what that was about. It's a little bit unclear what just happened. But Judgment Dragon blows up my whole field, so I guess I just saved Lead Yoke. And that was it. I'm gonna set up my Mirror Force there. They have a lot of Judgment Dragons here, and I only have one more one more XYZ material. I may or may not be fucked here. Of course, the AI had to have 3 Judgment Dragons. I'm gonna use my Dark World Shackle on one of the Judgment Dragons just to get that out of there. No. Gonna attack that, do 2900 to him, and get that out. So essentially I have... Okay, that's gonna ruin my Mirror Force, but they choose to not use Judgment Dragon's thing, or I don't even know how that works. Yeah. You can pay 1,000 life points, yeah, and destroy all the other cards on the field. I could have done that. But it's a good thing that they didn't, honestly. I'm just gonna blow up the 2800s on the field and hope for the best. Of course, I'm only gonna be getting Mirror Force back because of that stupid whatever it is. So I'm just gonna keep doing that and blowing that up. I don't know what that face down is. I think that's the excavator magician whatever thing that does stupid stuff, and there goes Lead Yoke. So that's the big problem with Battlin boxers. Of course, they pop my Mirror Force. Banishing really sucks for this deck. But I do have a reinforcement of the army here, and I do have 2 spars in the grave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that, get headgeared back, or get a headgear from my deck. Use headgear's effect to throw a Glassjaw into the grave. Gonna bring back a spar, special summon, and get a Lead Yoke. It's as easy as that. Unfortunately, I can't attack because I did use the special summon, but hey, I still have a Lead Yoke out there. And they're gonna be forced to set. And I can't do anything with Photon Thrasher, so I'm just gonna attack. There's the Merchant. I forgot what it was called, Magical Merchant. I know Lightsworn runs that. Again, 1700, 1900, not the greatest. And I'm just gonna be setting that and popping that, killing that, do that. And basically I'm just weighing them out, because those were all 3 of their Judgment Dragons, I believe. And now I'm just getting Photon Thrashers, so that really sucks. And they have another merchant. They might actually deck out. Do they have their Soul Charge? Soul Charge is so good. I hate Soul Charge. 21 by 300, still not good enough, and it's in defense. Can't do anything against this monster. Oh, there's BLS though. I could actually, yeah, I'm gonna use Memory of Arrival, so I can banish that BLS, take it, eat it up. But unfortunately, they banished my yoke. That's not cool, man. It's really not cool. But I can actually special summon that. I can normal summon that, and special summon an Excalibur. Yes. And I can just use the effect right off the bat. Destroy those, get a 4K. No. Attack. Whop. Get rid of that synchro. And they decked out. I didn't even notice. That's the one big problem with Lightsworn. They deck out so easily. Yay. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. Yeah. Just some fun stuff that I did. I really enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't really talk about it much on the videos that I do, because, you know, it's not exactly pertaining to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. So anyway, I might be doing more of these because I do have a few other decks, but this is just a fun deck that I thought I would show you guys if you are into Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I am. So see you guys next time. It's been Agrosaurus. It's been real, guys. Have a good day.